Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday episode of the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I am back. I am still the heel that you love to hate, O'Shea Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Petty Guerrero.
Hey, yo, it's me. It's the T-O-O, the J-I-G-G, TJ Jefferson. Welcome back, man.
Yeah, it feels good, bro.
It's been a long time.
I've been waiting to see this in the middle, man.
Yes,
this right here, the No Contest Wrestling title.
Precious.
Ain't she gorgeous?
Precious.
Ain't she gorgeous? Yeah. Once again, thank you, Dave Milliken. We can't thank you enough, but we'll probably thank you 2 more times when we pay for 2 other belts.
Let's get that prop back up where it was.
Oh, man.
Beautiful belt. Good to have you back.
Thank you, man.
Look at it. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Look at it. Look at it.
Good
Lord. For our listeners, TJ's fixing the title. It
started again.
Oh, he fixed it quick. He fixed it quick. Fixed it quick.
Fine.
Look at him.
But yeah, good to have you back. It's been, how long? 5, 6 weeks? 6 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
6 weeks. 6 weeks, man.
You were down in Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, tell the people what that was. I mean, we know we've been telling them a little bit since you've been gone to make them understand why we weren't together. But
yeah. Well, I was down there filming a movie. My man Dave Franco, one of my best friends that I've gotten throughout this 10-year career of mine. Mason Thames as well. He's Hiccup from How to Train a Dragon. He's the man. That's my dog. And Peter Dinklage, who is quite the BS talker, which I love. And I love somebody that I could chop it up with in between takes. Peter's the man. And yeah, dude, we got something pretty nice. It was one of the first films that I've done where while I was filming it, it seemed better than I thought it was going to be.
oh, word.
Yeah, because when you read it on paper, your idea is whatever you're thinking in your head is never what it's going to be like when you get there. But after a while, we were looking at the shots and like looking at the dailies, and we were like, this isn't just some slapstick comedy here that we're doing. Like it has some real deep moments, and yeah, it's a pretty good film. We don't have a title yet because the title, if you look for it online, is subject to change. Because we got something really nice, but I'm happy to be back, man. First thing I did, I know there's plenty of people that saw that I have been on my fitness journey on Instagram, but the first thing I did as soon as I landed was hit In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
Man, it's just a tradition I've had.
You and a lot millions of other people.
Yeah, man. And for anybody wondering, it is a 3x3 grilled onions and spread only with cheese fries and a large root beer.
That sounds gross to me.
Bro, my God, put it in my veins.
I just don't like onions. But the weird thing
Grilled
is,
onions.
you know what I do like?
Different.
I like onion rings, though. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, you're a freak.
But I don't like any other type of onion. Just a onion ring I'm fine with, but nothing else, man.
Yeah, you fry
I went
it.
and got hibachi in Inglewood the other day at this place, Steaks LA, which is delicious. Got a little hibachi out there. I said, make sure no onions in this piece.
Yeah, bro.
No, I can't have it.
Some people like the flavor of onions but don't like the crunch. But if you fry anything, it tastes good.
Yeah, I mean, that's just,
America.
That's just, plump, yeah. Well, it's good to have you back, by the way. Did we ever get any word on the snake?
No, man, I left Georgia. Let that snake be free.
Yeah, so last episode, the episode before, you were saying you guys were getting ready to film. You had a snake, and then you got word from the first AD that the snake was missing.
Snake on the farm. I mean, it's not my house, but whoever's house it was, there's a snake in there.
And we don't mean like a little garden type snake, right?
I didn't get to see the snake.
Oh, you never even saw the snake?
Nope.
You just heard the snake.
I was just like, hey, so we lost the snake. And I said, first of all, there was the snake, but the snake was lost. But my name is Bennett,
and I ain't in it. So there's that.
To the people whose farmhouse we used, there's a snake on the loose.
Well, I'm sure it'll take care of any rats that are around, though. So
it's
not your problem.
I'm from
anymore.
Los Angeles. I don't think about that country type stuff.
You have a turtle, Joe.
I have a giant desert tortoise.
Okay.
I don't even see him. Larry, he could be out somewhere gambling right now. But
how much? My man's big. He weighs about 150.
He's for sure over 100.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not picking him up. When it was, for those who don't know, Los Angeles was hit with a wild series of fires. And as I was packing up my childhood home, and we're all trying to hold back tears. You know, hopefully the house that me and all my siblings grew up in is not going to burst into flames. Last minute, we thought, oh man, Larry. So my little brother Sharif had to carry this giant tortoise into the back of my parents' Range Rover. And we sat out and we stayed up all night watching the fires, making sure that the fires didn't go over the hill to reach the house. And so we, instead of evacuating, like we just watched it just in case we had to grab things for the last minute. And we did that for 2 days and forgot Larry a second time. And he was in the trunk for 2 days. Shay do good. But yeah.
All right. So yeah, you don't really care about Larry.
Love Larry. Larry don't love me.
Well, it's good to have you back, man. It was, but you know, this is, you know, a great problem. This is a problem we discussed when we first start chopping it up about doing this. And I'll be honest with you, I hope it happens again soon. Not because I want to lose you, but because the more you work and, you know, elevate your status, that's just good for me too.
Yeah,
so,
come on.
You know, I'm a little bit selfish. In this.
Man. Listen, for NCW, I will be a sellout. I don't care, bro. I got to sell some seats. I got to sell some tickets. And
we got to sell some merch at some point.
Merch, bro. You know I don't know if y'all been peeping, but like we on our way, bro. It's happening. You see the NCW shirt.
We got like 5 different shirts.
Come on, bro. It's on the way.
Come with
in a minute under them YouTube videos, it's gonna be a little shop you could get.
Link in bio.
Come on, man. Link in bio.
Most people I follow that say link in bio, it takes you to a site that you got to be over 18 to get it. Listen, that's not the point, though, man. That's not what we're here to talk about necessarily.
Talk about your Linktree women.
we're to talk. We're ESPNCW now, man. I'm just saying.
Entertainment Sports Network in the Mouse's house.
But I'm just saying, if I did have a site that sold, I don't know, say just fans, then I would call it. You know, if it's hot in the summer.
Never show the feet for free, y'all.
Yeah.
Now,
I want to have a site that only sells ham and call it only hams. No.
What? Like,
I would have a site that sells just yams and call it only yams.
Yeah, see, what I mean? Now we're talking sweet potato.
Yeah, let's go.
Now,
anyway, we're back. You're back here. It's good to have you back face to face. We ain't got to film in the middle of the night like we were doing, bro, which is fine. You know what I mean? We did what we had to do.
Mm-hmm. Laptop life is I'm done for. Or you know, Grayson Waller making fun of me because I'm in a car.
Yo, Grayson Waller, speaking of, when we interviewed him a few episodes ago, it was like before the interview started, it was cool. And then as soon as the camera came on, it was like, no, I'm in character.
Yeah, man, he went full Waller effect.
Yeah, I loved it, though. That was a great interview.
Absolutely, man. I just got to remember my professionalism when times like that because I'm like, oh, he's getting me pretty good. But that's fine. But, yeah, I'm back. And, you know, my first couple of days back, what do? Go with TJ to wrestling.
Yeah, man. We shout out to Major League Wrestling. We got invited down there. Our boy Paul Walter-Hauser invited us, and we went down to Long Beach on Saturday to watch MLW Slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Rich always has this thing with me where he's like, yeah, you're always throwing yourself in front of the camera, you know, when your godson's there or Wilmer's there, which is true. I do these things. But in this particular case, it didn't have to because they stuck us right behind the announcers. So every time there was a shot, you saw me and you right there. So I ain't have to, you know, do the thing I normally do.
Yeah, man. We had the NCW title shining as she does. Look at her. My goodness. You know, we got to get like a display or something where we can get a single shot of the title all the time. Because I'm so happy with that.
But yeah, shout out to them, man. It was a great.
MLW this is the second time we've been blessed to be taken care of by them.
Yeah.
This time they gave us the VIP entrance.
Please believe it.
Fancy. And they're just good dudes over there. I love wrestling. Yeah. Shout out to, what's our boy name? Templario?
Oh, Templario, yeah.
Bro.
Yes.
That dude is the man.
I love that dude, man.
Yeah. For those who don't know, check him out.
Yeah.
Check out Templario. Search it up right now. You're on YouTube already. All right. But wait till after the show.
And then, you know, we got to see a legend. Like, I'm a big, you know, as I talk to you all the time about New Japan, I've been, you know, I've been subscribed to New Japan World for, 10 years now, I think, something like that. And I got to see Kojima wrestle. You know, he and former Baron Corbin, Bishop Dyer, Tom Pestock, you know, they went at it.
My boy.
We got to see Bishop get out in the crowd a little bit. You know, someone had like a vuvuzela in the crowd. I mean, the crowd was live. Yeah. We can't front. The crowd was live. People were into it. I hate going to shows, especially some of these shows you watch on TV. You got a crowd. You go to some of these shows, you know you're paying good money, and you just want to sit there and not, like, what's the point, man? So, like, I love a crowd like that. You know, the thing about wrestling crowds, I didn't notice it this time, but a lot of times, especially on the smaller shows, there's always somebody who thinks they're funnier than what they really are. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so they say stuff and they will continue to be loud and obnoxious and thinking that everything they're saying is the funniest thing in the world. And it's just like, man, I just want you to shut up. Luckily, we didn't have that. No, but it was a lot of good.
The horns out.
Brought the horns, a lot of fun. You know, there was a lot of good ribbing going on. At some point, you know, Paul Walter-Hauser got into a confrontation with Austin Aries. Yeah, he was wrestling Paul London, and I said, "Slap him, Paul." Then I realized, well, there's two Pauls there. I said, somebody named Paul just slapped somebody. You know, and then Paul got just mushed. Yep. And I said, let's jump him in the parking lot. Yeah. Because we were ready to do that.
And then we ended up with Paul on Paul crime.
Man, yeah. And Paul London was a trainer of Paul Walter-Hauser. And then, you know, he kind of dissed him. And so a challenge was made. I think something happened in the green room in the back. I saw Paul London with a scratch on his neck. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what went down back there, man.
Yeah, man. So we will be paying attention to that. Friend of the show, Paul Walter-Hauser. Always goes hard when he's in the ring. Very excited to see what he does with his former sensei, man.
Yeah, and then we had there's one thing I want to point out. It was the women's featherweight championship match between Shoko Nakajima and Himawari.
The big kaiju.
Yes, but Himawari has these two braids that she uses, and she was just beating the crap out of Shoko, and I was like, Bianca Belair might have some, I was saying appropriation. I didn't really mean it. I was just trying to be funny. But she was whipping her, like she had the two braids going where B only has the one. So it was just like a double dutch of violence out there, man.
But see, the one braid, that is more hair, it's thicker for that.
That is true.
Yeah, man, because Bianca only uses the whip for special occasions.
Yeah, she don't really do it just to do it. Yeah. You know, only when it's necessary.
We miss you, Bianca, by the way.
No doubt. And then we got to see the legend Mystico, saw him a few times out there. And then we saw, you know, Riddle, I think is fed up with all you trolls and people online, because he basically came out and said he could beat anybody up in the crowd, which probably is true. Beat anyone up in the locker room, which I don't know, could be true. Then he said he could beat up anyone in any promotion. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know, dog.
But I tell you what, I put money on him beating up most people. Yeah. But then he said, look, you know, the King of Bros is dead, is now the era of the rude dude. So let's see where he goes with this. But yeah, man, MLW just truly looked out. They hooked us up and they were very cool. And like you said, man, anytime they're in town, we're going to pull up.
Absolutely, man. And we got somebody pulling up on us today.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Well, is he pulling up or is he bouncing in?
TJ, man, I missed you. Yes, bro. Javon Evans will be bouncing in to the No Contest Wrestling podcast. Very excited to talk to him. Yeah. The dude he's just taking his career by the horns. And just when some other people on some other shows might have thought that there was no direction for Javon, of course, here he is. And he's doing his thing, and he's going to bless the No Contest Wrestling podcast. You know, the dude's 21 years old.
21, dog. He started wrestling at 13.
Yeah, like, man. You know what I was doing at 13?
Not that.
No, not that at all. No. I was in the house.
You know, and tomorrow, you know, Javon's part of the big TNA NXT showdown. Is it NXT TNA? Is it TNA NXT?
It's
whatever
NXT
it is.
TNA.
NXT TNA showdown. He's part of Team NXT. Team NXT will comprise of the NXT champion Ricky Saints, friend of the show. Yeah. Trick Williams, friend of the show. Yeah. Javon Evans will be a friend of the show. Yeah. And Miles Bourne, eventually, he'll be on the show. Absolutely. And they're going to take on Team TNA with Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, OG in his own right, Moose.
Yeah.
Moose. And Leon Slater. And that is NXT TNA Showdown. He will be part of Team NXT. And then we also have a ladies match in there. We're going to have JC Jane, Miss Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice going to take on Team TNA with their world champion, Kalani Jordan, Jessica McKay, and Cassie Lee, the Inspiration.
Yup.
And Mara Sade, formerly of Metaphor.
Yeah, formerly Miss Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Then we have
once a Jackson, always Jackson.
We have a winner-take-all tag team match. We talked about this a little bit last week. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, will take on Dark State, Dion Lennox, and Osiris Griffin.
Yeah, Hardys got to get that.
Former Syracuse football standout. I know Chris Brockman loves that. Yeah, about him. And then we have Ethan Page against Mustafa Ali, singles match for the NXT North American Championship, and that's going down tomorrow.
I love that Mustafa Ali was like
Mustafa. I'm sorry.
Mustafa. Yeah, he was able to be like, you know, they do owe me,
right?
They're able to pull in from a character from 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you gotta love it, man.
Yeah,
it's
man, I need that.
Fans don't forget that type of stuff, right? So
the North remembers.
Yeah, so it's at the point where you gotta kind of not treat us like we're stupid. Like we remember these things. So I like
and he kept his name.
Kept his name. You know? Yeah. So I like the fact. I think the dopest thing is the Inspiration coming back. I was a big Iconics fan. I have
huge
Iconics. And I did.
Don't necessarily think they should have beat Sasha and Bailey, but I was still a big Iconics fan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Cassie, and yes, I did study journalism. Oh, would you learn that journalism? Yes.
Yeah. Where'd you learn that?
Journalism.
Yeah, so it should be very fun. It should be a very fun showdown. Our next guest on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast is the Jump Man from North Carolina. He has been taking the wrestling world and internet by storm with some of his dazzling feats of athleticism. He is a young man on the rise who wouldn't even let a broken jaw stop him. And we haven't seen a performance through the wire like that since Kanye had the bear on the album. Woo! And this Tuesday, he will be representing Team NXT at Showdown. He is Javon Evans.
Sir.
Oh, no. Hold on now.
What's up, man? How you feeling?
I feel great. You know what I mean? Sore. But that's what comes with wrestling. So, that's the business. Hello.
Yeah. Well, when you take the type of high-flying bumps my man does, soreness is just it's going to be part of the deal, right?
I wouldn't do it. No. You know, I'm
cool. I think you could, honestly.
Listen, bro, I like the ground.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
The 21st century poet MIA once said, "Gravity's my enemy," and I kind of agree with that. But it's not his.
No,
gravity's my best friend.
It's the only thing to bring you back down,
right?
Now, I want to know, number one, what was your welcome to wrestling moment? But also, when did you get bit by the wrestling bug? When did you know, like, oh yeah, we gonna do this?
All right, so there was one moment where I knew for a fact, like, I wanted to do this. There was a segment on Monday Night Raw, and Triple H and Sheamus was like, it was in a storyline. And I guess Triple H came back, and he pedigreed Sheamus through the announce table. And when I saw that, I said, oh, yeah. I'm about to be a wrestler, bro. This is rap, bro. I'm about to be a wrestler. This is crazy.
Poor Sheamus.
That was like that moment right there. I'll always remember that. Like, I feel like that was like my first actual like lock-in moment when I was like, oh yeah, like this is what I want to do.
Now, what about your welcome to wrestling moment? Either a bump you took that was like, you know, that's gonna be sore in the morning, or any of the experiences you had at a young age.
So one time I was like 14 years old, and I was at Art Anderson seminar, and it was me and my best friend Jackson Drake, and Evolve champion, by the way.
Yeah.
And we went to the seminar, and it was like mad people there. I'm talking about probably like 50, 60 wrestlers, and we were the youngest there, had the least experience, and there was a promoter that had a show that night, and he went to the seminar. And he's like, Art, I want you to pick 2 people to have a match on my show tonight. And out of everybody with years of experience, he picked me and Jackson. And like right there, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm in the wrestling business now. You feel me? And yeah, bro. And I just remember him saying like, hey, like y'all's wrestling career starts right now. And yeah, that was that moment right there. I said, all right, well, Javon Evans, here we go. You know what I mean?
Let's go. So before that, Javon, talk to me. Like I'd like to know, you know, people's origin stories. What was life like for Lil J growing up, man?
Honestly, it was smooth. You know, I had problems with my parents. Like they wasn't together. You feel me? They got a divorce, but they was always there for me. You feel me?
Most importantly.
Yeah. Always there for me. Always there for me. Always supporting me. You know, I played basketball. I did track. Trying to think cross country, flag football, all that. But like, I just knew my main objective, like my main goal was to be a wrestler. And yeah, I started at the age of 13. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy because I really wanted to start at the age of I think it was like 12. Yeah, that was when the first time I met my wrestling coach at the time. It was 12 years old, and he told me I had to wait till I was 15. I was like, all right, cool. And then I saw Jack. He started training at 13. And I said, oh well, let me spin the block real quick. Like, let me go back. You know what I mean? Let me see. And then yeah, I walked in. He said, all right, well, yeah, I'll train you. And shout out to LeBron Coach on Fire Star Pro Wrestling. You feel me? That's the squad. That's wrestling school on earth. But yeah. He trained me from 13, and you know up to now. You know he still gives me advice and all that. But
You were Kid Black America back then?
oh yes. My first wrestling name was Kid Black America, and my dad was Captain Black America. You know what I mean? Like that was the story. And we was the biggest heels in North Carolina ever.
Really?
I mean,
So what?
we was running that circuit.
Your pops wrestled too?
No, gimmick wise.
Oh, gimmick wise, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You laugh like you didn't think we find this info on you or something.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting y'all to bring that out though.
We're like, we try to be like Nardwar here, man. We like to do a deep dive, kind of get to know you, man.
Nah, so I'm probably about to say something crazy.
Nah, you good.
Nah, y'all good though. Whenever y'all found, y'all tell me. I'll be honest too.
That's what's up.
Appreciate it. Now,
but 13 years old, man.
bro,
it's wild.
Bro, I was 13 when he was born.
Right. and I was telling you, you know, I was looking at my phone to see what I was doing. He was born in April of 2004. I couldn't find any pictures from April, but I found one from February. There's a picture of me, which is famous in my circle of friends. I was at the NBA All-Star game here in Los Angeles, sitting courtside next to Jay-Z and Beyonce. And that was February 2004. My man hadn't quite yet touched down on Earth yet. So it's kind of wild to me that he's where he's at now in such a short amount of time.
TJ, we got to guess, man. Do you have to flex that you would sit next to Jay-Z and Beyonce?
For real, though.
What? Also, you don't got no pictures from April. What was you doing in April?
I was still coming down from the All-Star game.
Oh, my
apparently.
goodness.
You thinking of Jay-Z and Beyonce? That's
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Javon, it is what it is.
Oh, we get it, man. My goodness.
Listen to this guy.
All right.
Of all people, Javon Evans, of all people.
Now,
But major flex though. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with shit.
that's crazy, right? So,
Well, I'll have D-Lo pop the picture and don't worry about
of course you will, TJ. So, who was some of your biggest inspirations growing up watching wrestling? Who do we get pieces from when we see Javon Evans?
Yeah.
All right, so this might sound crazy,
Okay.
but I know for sure, like watching wrestling. I was a fan of course, John Cena. You know, I was a kid. Like he always caught my attention. Kofi Kingston.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Jeff Hardy.
Yup.
And CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
Just promo wise, like him being able to talk and like express his feelings. I was like, oh yeah, like he's one of them.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say your promo game is so like just genuine. Like, yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that's him talking to you.
Yeah.
You just been a couple of times where you done came out, and Trick Williams is a friend of ours. All right, he's a buddy of the show.
Trick
and
Willie.
Yeah, we Trick is our guy. But there's been some times where you done got Trick, and I've been like, oh man, he got him. Then shut your ass up and like all that. I'd be like, oh man, Trick got you. Just gotta take that one.
That's my favorite line, man. Shut your ass up. I feel like that's just instant. You know what I mean? Like, instant reaction. I'm like, bro, shut your ass up.
See?
But nah, bro. I feel like when it comes to Javon Evans, like I don't compare myself to other wrestlers. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to like, you know, talking and attitude or charisma, like I look at other people. So like Conor McGregor, you feel me? Floyd Mayweather, Riley from the Boondocks. Like yeah, like those three are like my main like go-to, you know, if I need to think about something or like how can I talk in this storyline? You know what I mean? Like I'll look up an interview of Conor, you know, or Floyd and like how cocky they were. You know what I mean? I feel like I can flip that and I can be more, not because I'm not a cocky person. I'm more confident in my work. You know what I mean? So if it does come off cocky, then I'm sorry. But I just confident. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let them know, Javon, you're not being cocky. You're just being confident, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not being cocky or conceited. You're just convinced that you're the man.
All right, now
I'll let you use that if you want. You know,
yeah, no, for sure, I will.
You're not cocky or conceited. You're just convinced.
Convinced, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, you were a fan, you know, watching as a kid. So one of our favorite questions that we love to ask people who, you know, we've had a couple of guests who found wrestling late in life, but we love somebody who watched it as a kid and grew up with it. So I got to ask you, when was the first time, if you can remember, or a time as a fan, when did wrestling break your heart?
Oh, when did wrestling break my heart?
Yeah, when I was a kid and I watched Hulk Hogan run The Rock over in that ambulance, bro, I was crushed. Like I was at school brokenhearted. Right? Like, oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think. Okay, okay. All right. So I think there's two maybe that just pops up to me. So there's one where Mark Henry was doing a Hall of Pain, and he was just destroying everybody, bro. Like putting everybody on the injured list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he broke. I think he broke Big Show's ankle, right?
He
got cheered.
Yeah, like he broke either his hand or his.
It was one of those. Yeah. I felt like it was ankle or something. Something happened, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, like that's real." Like, yeah, now you're doing too much, bro.
Right.
I had heat with him. I'm like, bro, like, come on, gang. Like, we just wrestling. Keep it wrestling.
Nah, man.
Keep it wrestling, bro.
Right. You know, I think all of us as wrestling fans, right? We especially when we think. Those of us not in the business, but when we watch enough wrestlers as a kid, we think we know what's going on, right? There's always that moment that what you just said. No, I get it. I get everything else, but no, that right there, that was real right there,
bro.
And then I think when John Cena went against The Rock the first time, so the first WrestleMania,
and he lost.
Oh, yeah, when Cena lost, I was like, yo, like I think I was at a sports bar watching it with my pops, and I was telling them like Cena's gonna win. They're not gonna let The Rock beat John Cena. And he lost, and bro.
Yeah, boy. Let me tell. Hold on, I gotta talk about that because Rock is that's my guy. So I remember watching that build up, and I was like, They gonna let this dude beat The Rock, and then it's going, oh, John Cena did it when The Rock won. Boy,
because his little brother's #1 member of C Nation. Shay wasn't, so I'm sure that
bro,
was wild at your house.
You know, it's the greatest. You know, he's the man, bro. It's the great one. He went 1-on-1 with the great one. It happens. You know, I think I haven't had that much fun. I mean, WrestleMania 39 was pretty good. I'm pretty sure there's some kids that watch Cody lose that 39. Wrestler broke their heart right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. For sure. I was cheering for Roman though.
Come on, man.
Come on.
You know, dog. You know,
act like you know.
Yeah.
And I love
Cody though. Shout out to Cody.
Yeah, Cody, right. We cool now,
love Cody.
Boy.
Yeah.
This man got a Cody jacket, a Cody ring coat. It's amazing.
I just love merch, bro. I'm a sucker for merch.
That's tough.
What else we got here for you, Javon? So, 13 years old, right? You start your wrestling journey. What was it like going to school? Like, did the kids know what the deal was? They knew what you was up to? Did that ever cause any drama at school? Did you ever have kids wanting to challenge you because of what you were doing?
For sure. So, personally, I wasn't really good in school, but... it was only because that I was just confident that I was gonna make it to WWE.
Yeah, your mind was elsewhere.
Yeah. So like, you know, my teachers would be like, don't do this, kids. If there's any kids watching, please do your work. Please do your work, bro.
All right, pay attention now.
Yeah, pay attention. But there was a couple of times to where my teacher would like tell me to do something, like tell me, hey, like you need to do your homework or whatever. And I would be like, I would talk like, bro, like I'm not gonna need this. Like I'm about to be a wrestler. Like literally, I would tell him that, and they would just be like, all right, cool, like whatever, bro. But like, you gonna need to learn this. When I was younger, I was like, bro, like I was telling my teachers, all I need to know is how to count money and read contracts.
I
mean, and they was like, all right, well.
No, you going to the office. Come on, man.
But, bro, that's all I was telling my teachers, bro. Like, now is, you know, more than that. I mean, I'm kind of still right, because I ain't done that was right. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me take these math classes, because I'm going to need that.
You don't need this history between the ropes.
I don't know. I don't need to know what the reciprocal fraction is. I just got to know how much tax I got to pay.
Oh, man.
I don't need to know none of that, bro. But yeah, like my people, like especially my close friends, like they always knew that I was really confident in wrestling. You know what I mean? They always, all my people always supported that. All my friends were always like, you know, messing with me, and you know, but it was always joking. I don't think nobody really tried me for real,
right?
Because you know I just get down like that sometimes. But I never was like, hey, bro, like I was never like bullying or nothing like that. But but yeah, nah, bro. It was never nothing too crazy in school. It was just more of like, even like the students knew that I was probably gonna not listen to the teacher because I was gonna be a professional wrestler. So it kind of got around the school a little too fast.
He called his shot.
Yeah. Did you have kids though that like believed in you, or ones that were just like, yeah, whatever?
Oh yeah, have for sure. I feel like some people, like even my parents, like they thought it was just gonna be a hobby when I started training. Mm-hmm. You know, they thought I was just gonna be like, all right, cool, like yeah, I was a professional wrestler. But the people that actually knew that I was gonna become a professional wrestler, like my best friends, like they like a ride or die. Like they, you know, when it comes to shows, they always hit me up like, hey, bro, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like they knew from the jump what it was gonna be.
No, that's always solid, because success does take a village. You know, there's so many examples where you look at people and on the surface, you know, they did it and got there on their own, but there's always somebody to either give the nod or to help you, put you on that path. Yep. Who are some of the people, whether that be in your life or in the locker room, that, you know, without them, we wouldn't have the Javon Evans we see today?
Man. Oh, well, first, I got to thank the man above for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. He blessed me with all these opportunities. So God, thank God for sure. And of course, Mama Dukes. You know, Mama Dukes. God thank Mama Dukes. She's the one that looked out and always been supportive no matter what, bro. I remember one time in my senior year of high school, she was like, "All right, well, like you about to graduate, so you want to go to college or you want to wrestle?" And I was like, I said, "Just give me 1 year, and I promise you, I'm gonna be signed." She was like, "All right, bet." And like since then, like I knew from the get go, I was like, "Yeah, like she understands, bro. Like she knows."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like she's one of them, trying to think. Of course, like our wrestling coach LeBron Cole's on. But we talking about Javon Evans, bro. God thank Sean, bro.
Yeah.
Michaels, bro. For sure. For sure. I feel like he was the person that really looked out for me because during my tryout, there was apparently I wasn't gonna get signed, right? But Sean saw something in me. Of course, then I was too young. I was smaller at the time. So, there was a lot of people that wanted me to kind of get older and get bigger.
Right.
But Sean was like, no, like, just trust me.
Yeah.
And everybody trusted him. And now that's like my one of my go-to people. You know what I mean? So you gotta thank Sean for sure.
Yeah, and Shawn Michaels is one of those dudes, when he went on his run, the ideal wrestler was the big brute. And him and Brett, they brought in that new era, so he didn't want to hear all that noise.
So Javon, let me ask you, because we've touched on your age and everything, but when did you realize that Shawn Michaels was Shawn Michaels? Because for cats like my age, I'm a little older than O'Shea. Like, shut up. This dude, Shawn was. I will say this to this day. People always ask me who my favorite wrestler is. And depending on the day you ask me, it's either always going to be Ric Flair or Shawn Michaels. Most of the time it is Shawn Michaels. So at what point did you realize, did you really have an understanding of how great he was before you started working with him? Or was it once you got there and really started diving in that you were like, wow, this dude was the man?
Oh, no, I knew he was the GOAT right before I started learning under him. Okay. It's funny how I discovered him because my first time really seeing HBK was my first video game was SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
Solid.
I think that's the one with like DX on the cover, right?
So, I couldn't tell you the cover. It's been a minute.
I think that's 2008. I think. But I saw DX on the cover. I was like, "Oh, fire!" Like, okay, DX, like that's cool. And then the more I start playing games, the more I really start understanding who Sean was. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't just DX. He's the Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like all of that. And then I really discovered who he was in WWE 13.
Oh yeah,
his Road to WrestleMania. And of course, he's Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, he had those matches, and I was like, oh, this is Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you man. You man around here.
Yeah. And then, I started doing my research and, bro, the rest is history.
That's crazy because that's exactly how I got introduced to Shawn Michaels. I got my older brother, Daryl. This is how he introduced me to wrestling, period. Are you ready for my old moment?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we played WWF Raw on Sega Genesis, and he would always pick Shawn Michaels. I'm like, you don't want to be nobody else. Like, who is this dude? He always picked Shawn Michaels, and he would. I don't know no better, so he'd tell me who to pick. So I'm always Undertaker because that's the safest bet for the little brother to play with. You gonna be all right if you pick Taker. Just pick Taker. And that's when I got introduced to Shawn. It's kind of the same route. It's just seeing my older brother. He won't pick nobody else. It's going to be Shawn Michaels. He's going to get a bat from outside the ring. It's about to go down. So absolutely, bro. Power of video games, man. I'll never put them down. I'll PlayStation on pause right now.
I got a question, and this is really gonna show my age. Y'all probably already know. What's Second Genesis? I don't know what that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Javon Evans, bro.
Hey, hold on, wait, hold on. Wait.
Sega Genesis, bro. This is gonna get clipped.
No, I don't know.
Sega Genesis.
I don't know what that is, bro.
Bro,
My heart hurts.
Sega Genesis is a.
It was only the greatest of all.
It's a console. It rivaled the Nintendo back in the day.
It was like Nintendo and Sega were
like that was the rivalry was between Nintendo and Sega.
Kind of like NXT and TNA.
And Nintendo came out with the Super Nintendo, and then like there was the Sega Genesis, and they would go at it. So like, do you know what the Sega Dreamcast is?
No, we don't know what the Dreamcast is. Now, good, because I'm always having this moment. Now you get to have this moment.
Hold on, bro. It's not the same.
It's
not the same.
It's kind of the same.
Honestly, the farthest that I know is probably like the Nintendo 64.
That came out last week.
No. All right, listen. Dreamcast and 64 had they rivalry, and that was the Sega and Nintendo rivalry still going on. But yeah, the Sega Genesis. Shout out to everybody who remembers the Sega Genesis.
Right,
bro. I ain't never felt a pain in my back like I just did right now.
I've never had a human being ask me what Sega Genesis is before that.
Damn.
Bro.
Listen, my dad one day he told me that he remembered when drive-thrus came out, and I was like, "Oh, what?"
You remember when drive-thrus came out?
Bro, my pops told me he remembered when high fives came out. That's insane.
The group high fives?
No,
playing hard
I'm
to
talking
get?
about the gesture. Bro, what y'all thought y'all was fighting? Like, what do you mean came out? When did the high five start?
How did that start? I would love to hear that.
Bro. I think it was a baseball player.
Yep, Dodger.
Was it? Is that what it was? All right. Yeah.
The Dodgers invented the high five.
Sega Genesis.
But yeah, man, Sega Genesis.
I had some of my best moments playing NHL hockey on Sega Genesis. I didn't really watch hockey back then, but for some reason,
it's a game.
I was like a savant when it came to this hockey game, and it got to the point where like I used to go over to kids' houses. If I heard you were good, I'd go over your house and beat you at this game.
sounds like a bully. Sounds like a crime.
Like I ain't gonna lie. I wish somebody would pull up to my crib.
Yeah, like, first of all, who are you? Yeah, there were kids around the block, but look, I was like,
you good at your own game.
They called me the sheriff because if you were bad, I came to look for you.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Oh my goodness,
come on,
dude.
Let me in. You hear me knocking? Let me in. Let me get that.
Thank you for that, Javon. Now, yep.
We now return you to your regular schedule.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the stuff you be doing in the ring, man, because it really is.
That boy Bouncy.
Yeah, it really is impressive. Everybody knows, like, when Javon is on, set the DVR.
Something wild's about to happen,
man. But you also take a couple of crazy spots, crazy bumps. Obafemi threw you out the ring into the table.
Yes.
Now Oba's been a guest twice. Yeah. He's the only person in the history of this show. We had him on Zoom, and then we actually got to see him in person. That brother's big.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah,
I don't know why you look forward to, and you show no fear ever.
No, but never.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about what that conversation is like. I think I can make it.
Man, honestly, all right. Lead y'all to some like backstage stuff.
Yeah, all right. That's what we're here for. Let me get my tea real quick.
So at first, Ova was gonna throw me, just do a regular pizza toss that was gonna lead into the finish.
Yeah.
You called that a pizza toss?
Called it pizza toss.
Oh, I never knew that.
Pizza toss.
Okay.
Pizza toss. So we're in the ring, and I don't know. I think it's just something about my energy. Like when I'm in the ring, when it comes to like just wrestling stuff, bro, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like I'll be sore, but the moment I hear my music play,
yeah,
it's like boom, like, I'm 100%.
Adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah.
Adrenaline in your soul. Something.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so whole time, like whenever we was talking about it, it was just like, yeah, like I'll just do this, and if the opportunity's there, just pizza toss me. Boom. All right, cool, whatever. So we'll probably talk about this after this, but earlier that week, I did a crazier spot where I tried to get my springboard. Yes. Literally, let's see. Hold on. Heat wave was on a Saturday, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so 4 days. 4 days earlier. I did a crazier incident.
Yep.
That went viral. And yeah,
we'll talk about picture saved.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was talking to Oba about the pizza toss, and we're like, all right, cool. Like, if it's there, it's there. And I remember going for my splash, and he moved, and I'm facing the table. I'm looking at the table, and Oba picks me up, and I'm like, hey, through the table. Through the table. Like, you probably hear me like saying it, but I'm like, through the table. And he picked me up. And I just remember, boom, hitting the table, and I said, yeah, this is raps. Like,
yep.
And Oba did the thing where he didn't let that moment linger. He tossed you, then immediately rolled out and got you because he knew that wasn't going to keep you down alone.
Yeah.
I love moments like that in wrestling. One of the things, Javon, I guess as a fan that kind of bothers me is when you see someone getting offense and they're hitting their finisher, or you got the false finish, you get the 2 and they kick out, then they sit there and they look stunned for like 30 seconds. It's like, nah, man,
get
right back on it. Don't sit there and let them recover. So, I mean, it sucks that it happened to you, but as a fan, I love the fact that he didn't relax on that. He knew he had to follow up and pull him back in the ring.
Yeah.
And
presence of mind.
Yeah, man. So like that whole from the trick thing, that was insane on its own. But then I was like, I can't believe this man just had that happen to him again. Like,
yeah, twice in 1 week.
What did you feel like after that?
Oh, all right. So boom. So from the trick thing, right? If we watch it back, I landed, but it was like my bottom half hit the table. And my upper half hit concrete. Straight concrete.
Oh, you almost missed the table, right?
Oh, yeah. But it literally knocked the wind out of me, bro. Like, the ref came out and asked if I was okay, and I was like, he tried to get a response out of me, bro. I couldn't talk. But I remember hitting the floor, bro. And when I hit the floor, gang, I was like, in my head, I said, yeah, I'm probably about to retire soon. like that was literally like that fall right there. I said, all right, like maybe I don't want to do this as long as I really want. Like maybe I might hang up the boots soon, man.
Well, that's enough of that spontaneous, right?
Yeah, but bro, I was so sore, bro, so sore. And then of course I wanted to be 100% going into the match with Oba. And yeah, I just remember like stretching like crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like doing yoga, just like trying to do something. And I remember before my match with Oba going out there, and I'm like kind of like limping a little bit, but I was, just toughing it out. And I heard that boy is bouncy, and I just walked out there like nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
Like
that's the battery in the back, right? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Where did that?
Wait, my battery or y'all battery? I don't know.
No. I'm saying that he put when your music hit, it put some battery in.
That's a battery in your bag. Yeah.
No, because there was a sound that it seemed like this computer was dying again. I was like,
So, getting back to when you had first started, once you graduated, I read you said that you just went crazy on the indies once you were out of high school. What were some of your favorite memories of those days? Because, indie life, as we know, is a lot different than I'm sure the life that you and your structure and your schedule that you have now. What were some of your best memories? And who were some of your favorite opponents back in those days?
And all right, well, my best memories was always something on the road, man. I think honestly, bro, like I don't know. I think everything about the Indies I really miss, you
Yeah.
know? And I think people don't really understand that like being on the Indies is a grind, bro. You know? Like you everything is in your hands unless you have an agent. But like other than that, bro, like you go to a promoter and you tell them how much you want, you know what I mean? And depending on if the promoter either has the money or thinks you're worth it, he's either gonna agree or disagree. You know what I mean? And it's like, dang, like I know for me, like I had to lower myself just to get more opportunities because you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
wanted to feel my name out here. You feel me? And yeah, bro, bro, there was times I was wrestling for $20, $10, and for free. Just I was literally hitting up promotions and saying like, hey, like you don't gotta pay me. I'll figure out the money. I just want an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You
For
know what I
love,
mean?
right
Like,
there.
yeah, bro. Like, bro, the indie scene is such a grind, bro. It's such a grind. So I honestly like now that I don't have to do that no more, I really look back and be like, dang, like I really appreciate everything that I really went through because it was worth it, bro. And now I'm busting my tail here.
Yeah.
So it's great. Trying to think, my favorite opponents though had to be number one had to be Jackson Drake, bro.
Yeah.
Like we would go crazy every match, no matter where we was. Myron Reed for sure. He works for TNA now.
I'm sorry, what was the name there you said?
Myron Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, he works for TNA. He's fire, bro. Trying to think who else. Lucky Ali. You know, I think somebody named Lucky Ali on the Indies one time or a couple times. Some people may know him as Saquon Sugars. You know. But yeah, that was my favorite or one of my favorite opponents. I'm trying to think, man. Oh, and two other wrestlers named White Mike and Timmy Lou Renton. They those and Rob Killjoy. Those three were like really the main people that helped me develop as an indie wrestler. You know what I mean? Like they will put me through the test no matter where we were. You know, we could be wrestling in front of 5 people or 50 people, and we would have a 5-star match, no matter where. So I feel like those were the people that really really helped me develop and become Javon Evans for sure.
Now we had one of your nicknames go across the screen, Young OG, and you're talking about the grind that the indie circuit is. Talk to in the most Young OG, give some wisdom to anybody up and coming who, like any career, there's always a wall that you got to get through. A moment of, is this really what I want to do? You know, this doesn't seem like it's working. And it takes a lot of mental strength to get through that wall, no matter what your career is. So speak to those still on the grind a little bit. You know, for you to be in the position that you're in at the age that you are is almost unheard of. So give some Young OG wisdom.
And honestly, bro, the grind's the grind. And you're gonna go through so many mountains, bro. So many mountains, so many speed bumps. There was stuff that I was experiencing at a young age, bro. I was getting told no in the boldest way. You know what I mean? At a young age, bro, I'm 14, 15, trying to get booked, and people would turn me away. You know, oh no, you're small as hell, or you know what I mean? Like they're just like dissing me.
Right.
And of course, like that can bring somebody down, but you always gotta remember what your final goal is. You know what I mean? I knew from the jump that my final goal is to be the best wrestler ever. I'll tell everybody that here. I'm like, bro, like I just want to be the best wrestler in the industry. I want to be the best wrestler in WWE. Like when you think of the best, Javon Evans is up there. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So you always gotta remember what your final goal is. You know, if it's to get signed, always remember that. You know, if it's to prove people wrong, always remember that. But you just gotta remember that, like, the grind is the grind, and it's not gonna be easy at all. The easier it is, honestly, in my opinion, you're doing something wrong if it's just easy. You know what I mean? So, bro, just always remember what your final goal is, bro, and keep grinding, no matter what, bro.
If there's one thing video games has taught us, TJ, if you start to see enemies, you're going the right way.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Now, you have been able to. You're in a unique position in WWE where not only did CM Punk come back, have you been able to talk to Punk at all? And also, now that you're doing this thing with TNA, you had to run into them Hardys.
Yes.
Yeah. So talk to us about meeting the legends that you've gotten to meet.
Oh, bro, it's an honor, bro. Whenever I see Punk, I talk to him, and he watches NXT. You know what I mean? So, I'm able to send my matches to him and get advice. Same thing with the Hardys. You know what I mean? It's easier for us because we're, North Carolina boys.
Yeah, of course.
So that already kind of builds a relationship right there. Trying to think who else, man. Oh, of course, man, Uncle Randy, bro.
Man, Randy Keith.
Yeah.
And Uncle Randy, man, bro. It's I don't know. I'm blessed to be in the position that I am in right now. You feel me? To be able to reach out to CM Punk, the Hardys, Randy, Cody, Seth, like Paul, like these are like guys that are legends. You know what I mean? And I'm able to pick off their brain at the age of 21.
Right.
So, like,
you ain't got to flex your age again. That was crazy.
No, my bad, bro. I was too locked in. My B. But yeah, bro. Like at this age, bro, and it's like, and I've seen a lot of people say this, but it's like, bro, like, imagine if I keep on listening to all these legends that's giving me all this advice, and picking their brain, bro. Imagine how dangerous I would be the older I get.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I couldn't help but notice my co-host flinched when you said Paul. And it's very funny because I got to meet Triple H, and Triple H on my phone is just Paul because I guess I just don't know any other Paul ever. But Paul, man, that's his name. Like,
so
he don't know him like that, Javon. That's my whole point. He don't know that man like that. He talk about I call Paul,
bro. Chef
Naysayer,
Levesque,
you don't know
Chef
Paul.
Levesque,
you know
bro,
what I'm saying? You don't know this man.
That's Paul, bro.
But then but then I did something similar and I got caught, so I can't say.
You be calling Seth Kobe.
No,
yeah, right,
bro. He called Undertaker Mark.
That was an accident.
You tripped.
That was an accident. I did not mean to do that, Javon.
No.
Javon, I did listen. I got too comfortable. We were in a comfortable surrounding. It was a nice situation. There was no fans around. Did I say it? Yes. Did the moment the K came out of my mouth, did pain, fear, regret, all of those things hit my body? Yes. And did I apologize for doing it? Yes, I did.
What?
All right, I did.
Trying to get us kicked out.
I was like, what did I just do? Yeah, Javon, it was. But yeah, the thing with Seth is, I work here we're in the studio. I work for Rich Eisen. I'm on the Rich Eisen show. So, right after Seth had his knee injury, he hosted our show. He was in studio. He had the leg brace on. He was, shuffling around, doing the old man shuffle. We all bought into the fact that he was hurt, and then we find out that he wasn't. So, when he said, take my number down, that was me talking to Kobe. That wasn't me talking to Seth. So, therefore, I felt like I had the right to do that. But you met Triple H as Triple H. Don't call that man Paul, is all I'm saying.
Hey, you brave, OG. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't say that. But no, honestly, so I'm gonna be real. I was talking about Paul Heyman.
See, I figured.
Listen, Paul, man.
But I have recently talked to Triple H, and hey, we're growing something, man.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
So.
So, let's talk about a breakout moment for you, Javon. WrestleMania weekend here in Los Angeles, the GCW for the Culture show. Why don't you share with us what happened to you that weekend?
All right. So that weekend, I wasn't originally booked. And I reached out to the promoter for GCW for the Culture. And I said, hey, I'm just looking for an opportunity. You don't gotta pay me. Just look out for me. You know what I mean? Just give me something, please. And they agreed because somebody was missing and they couldn't make the show. So I took that spot. And I'm there, having a good time. And I come out, and I was with a team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're coming out the entranceway, going crazy. And then I look at hard cam, and there's a scout named Gabe Sapolsky.
Mm-hmm.
He's under hard cam, and he probably don't remember this. He probably gonna hear this, but when I was younger, right, he had a seminar with Firestar, or my training school. I think I was 15, and I asked him, hey, like, what would make me stand out at a very young age? Because I want to get signed at a young age. He was like, how old are you? And I was like 15. And he was like, well, I think you should just, worry about yourself right now, and don't worry about getting signed, just worry about being good. And I said, all right, bet. I'll remember that. So when I saw him under hard cam, I said, oh, shut.
Yeah.
Raps, bro. Oh, bro, I'm about to go crazy, gang. Like you're done for it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bro. And I just remember, bro. I remember going crazy, bro. And that was my first GCW match. So, like, just in case nothing happened with me and Gabe, then hopefully I'll get brought back for the Culture. And bro, I just remember seeing him, and it was an elimination match. So I remember seeing him. I was the first one eliminated. And when I got eliminated, I rolled out. And I remember him walking to the backstage area. Mm-hmm. And I went through the curtain. He met me at the curtain. He was like, hey, I need your email right now. I said, I got you. Yeah. And in the back of my head, I was like, I told you.
Yeah.
You should have just listened to me, brother. You should have given me that advice, gang. But yeah, man, that was my breakout moment, bro. And yeah, ever since then, bro, he looked out for me with the tryout. Mm-hmm. He told me what I needed to work on to get ready for the tryout, and that's what I did. And your boy's in the E.
Yeah, bro, that's not bad at all. Yeah, opportunity, bro. When they come knocking, you gotta answer, man.
And there's another guy that a friend of our show here. We had him on episode 2, Swerve Strickland.
Yes, sir.
He mentioned you. And this is episode 53, so this was episode 2. This was a year ago. Yeah. And he talked about you on our podcast, and he goes, he remarked how much he loved you. He said how talented you were, and to quote him, he said, one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my career to this day. You were like 16, 17 years old, and there were 20 kids at a seminar, and he was like, he could tell you were a standout in the class, and he said that you told him that watching him and Leo Rush and Defy was like one of the things that really got you into wrestling. And then, of course, you had a big match against Sammy recently. He put out a tweet, all the people who get territorial and, whatever the words the IWC calls it, were flipping out. But I don't think people realize, people work in different companies, but people are friends, man. Yeah. And they've helped each other and they've watched each other grow. So multiple times he said that, how impressed he is by you. And then he also mentioned being at a 21 Savage commercial concert. Yeah. And he said he saw you and all of a sudden you're like 6'4" and he's bugging out. And, so he had a lot of good things to say about you.
Bro, I love Swerve, man. Love Swerve, bro. He like he said, bro, that was one of the first people that I watched getting into the independent scene. And yeah, his match with Leo Rush at the Fall, like that was the first match, and like everything they did, like the way they built the things, and like just the order when they came out, bro, it was like, oh, like, hey, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I'll always remember that match. But yeah, bro, I love Swerve, bro. He's like I said, he's very supportive, bro. He's somebody that is very honest with me whenever I need somebody to, you know what I mean, put me in my spot.
Love is love, man.
All right, now they're giving us the wrap up, so we got to get our number one question out the way just so we got you locked in.
Yes, sir.
Javon, you are in a bar. It's 50 dudes in that bar. They don't want you in there.
They don't like the bouncy stuff, Javon.
Yeah, they don't like all that. Yeah. So I need you to pick a team of you and 4 other superstars to make sure that you get into the car.
And we won't even hold you, Vaughn. You could pick superstars from any era at any time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to say me. I'm going to say Oba.
Solid.
Oba ain't going out without a fight. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to say Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I know him personally, so that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just know how you get down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Jacob Fatu.
Okay.
Yeah. Solid so far.
And then Brock Lesnar.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're fine.
Wow.
You might as well keep drinking.
I don't even think you need to like get up from the bar, to be honest with you.
I know, yeah, I'm chilling.
Absolutely,
man. Well, Javon, bro, this has been a treat, my man, and big fans of yours around here. And the future for my brother here is just so bright and so huge, man. And I'm glad we got in on the bottom floor of the Javon Evans journey, man, because it's only going up.
Absolutely. Hey, from North Carolina, bro, we got to get some First in Flight merch. You know, like North Carolina First in Flight, baby.
Hey, man, I got y'all, man.
Yeah. So we got you with that. And what was the other one? You know, not cocky or conceited, just convinced.
Just convinced, man.
Trying to booster the stock of Javon Evans, you know.
Bro, it's been great talking to you, man. This was dope. We appreciate you, Javon.
No, bro, I appreciate y'all, bro. It's an honor, bro. I'm blessed to be on here, bro. I've always wanted to get on here, bro, so it's cool.
On here? With us?
You come here anytime,
come on,
dog.
man. This is your home now, man. Like I said, I'm going to tell you where we keep the spare key. You come on over, help yourself in the fridge, do whatever you need to do.
I'll be there next week.
Let's bring it in.
Javon Evans, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Just another look at that NCW title.
It's so pretty.
Thank you to Javon Evans. Thank you to all of you. I don't know if you guys are aware, but our first episode was October of last year.
Yeah.
So this is officially our yearly anniversary, y'all. What'd you get us?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's fine.
Nothing? Because all we've been trying to give you are great interviews and great guests.
TJ, please, they are our fans, man.
I'm just saying.
I know. I gotta hold you back sometimes.
I wasn't going to go off. I was just going to say I was a little disappointed that we didn't get at least a cupcake or something from these. Then again, we didn't tout this as our anniversary, so they might not have known.
Right, so and we don't do it for nothing but the love of the game.
Like I said, it's not a game.
No,
it's not a game. All right.
Yeah, and it's a blessing that you guys have been supporting us the way that you have. We've made it to a year. This beautiful pod of ours, No Contest Wrestling. We're growing every day, not just from the title and the soon-to-be merch, but just from all the support that we get from you guys when we're out, and it's more than appreciated. You guys make us look so good to the people upstairs. Yeah. And we just want to continue to give you guys the best pod that we can. TJ, once again, as always, dude, I appreciate you, brother. And that's brother with an A. Not with a hard ER. Because we don't do that around here. Why wouldn't here? Come on, dog.
Yeah, man. It's, to put that in perspective, what we've been able to accomplish, the things that, the doors that have been opened for us, the opportunities that we've gotten, the friendships that we've made with people all through wrestling. And I'm a big proponent of saying this. If you're a wrestling fan, then you know the story. You've been at work or you've been somewhere, you're at school, and someone says to you, oh, hey, I heard you like wrestling. And 99 times out of 100, your defenses come up because you're like, oh, I'm going to have to defend wrestling. And then every now and then you get that person who says, me too. And then you got a friendship and a bond just like that, you know? And so that's what wrestling does, I think, you know, brings people together. And it's brought us together with, you know, not only some great, you said fans. I don't know. For me, it's weird for me to say fans. I just say friends. You know what I mean? But the friends that we've made, and then the wrestlers who we've gotten to meet and become friendly with, you know, just
our supporters.
Yeah, it was everything that I think you and I wanted and we thought would happen. But, you know, best laid plans of mice and men. You think it's going to happen, but until it truly does, you know, we've had the opportunity to do, you know, WrestleMania World. The day after WrestleMania, we've gone to New York for Fanatics Fest. You know, we were the first faces that ESPN showed on their very first PLE WrestlePalooza. That in itself is not lost on me. And, you know, it's like, you know, someone that we could get replaced. They could have someone else do it, but they'll never be the first ones who did it. Yeah. And that was you and I. So
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. This no contest wrestling. To everybody who support, we appreciate you guys. Here's to another year in the future and for years to come. I plan to do this every week until y'all get tired of me. It's something that I look forward to. I'm happy to be back. And I don't know about y'all, but bro, Roman Reigns is about to start Monday Night Raw, so I gotta get this traffic.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that we took time to acknowledge that we are a year in, bro. To acknowledge that we are a year in, man. We still brand new. We still figuring things out, but we on a beautiful stride.
And like I said earlier, we're still not quite good at this yet. I don't feel like I'm good at this yet. I feel like
nowhere near
getting better.
This is nowhere near my final form.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah,
we all right.
Yeah,
you know.
And but it's all because of the support of you guys. So TJ, if you would, please tell the people where they could continue to find us.
Yeah, because I think there's a whole new audience out there, hopefully through ESP NCW that might not know. So, you know, follow us on the old Twitter X machine at There's No Contest. On Instagram, No Contest Wrestling Podcast. On the TikTok, we're No Contest Wrestling Pod. And you will find all of our videos on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. And people say this show needs its own page, and I'm sure one day it will. But for right now, we are close to 1 million subscribers on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. That's 1 million people who can get our videos, probably more than we would on our own. So that's why we still live there. But just go there, type in No Contest Wrestling, and you'll see everything from CM Punk to Javon Evans, man. Episode 1 through episode 53. What a ride it's been. It's just getting started, yo.
Just getting started. Make sure you guys have a good day, but not too good. Because who the hell do you think you are? TJ, we got a year in the can.
Yes, sir.
Love you, bro.
My man. So everybody, again, here's to another 12 months of success, hopefully. And hopefully one day we'll come to your city. Who knows?
You are the worst person.
Who, me? What did I do?
Bye, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Not even on the anniversary. That's crazy.
Take care, G.